I love being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur has been an amazing experience for me, with the highs and lows that come with it. From the initial struggles of starting a business to the joy of seeing it succeed, I have cherished the journey. I have never looked back on my decision to pursue entrepreneurship. Even with the high cost of learning and gaining experience, I found the challenge of creating something new to be more rewarding than the stability of my previous career. I have embraced the creativity, the people I have met, and the opportunities that come with being an entrepreneur. Taking the wheel of an oil tanker and landing my first plane were some of the most exciting moments of my life. After mastering these tasks, the learning curve gradually flattened, and I eventually reached a point where I was comfortable with the routine. As an airline pilot or a ship's officer, the days would be too predictable and the same, so I decided to pursue my passion as an entrepreneur. I love the thrill of starting something new, developing a successful business, and then scaling it. Hiring new team members is an exciting challenge, as it brings stability to the business and contributes to its growth and profitability. As an entrepreneur, I'm constantly learning something new, even on the toughest days. Donald shares this belief, which is why he has so many active business projects. To be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be a lifelong learner. If you don't love learning, your business won't grow because you won't be growing. I've noticed that when a business starts to decline or remain stagnant, it's often because the owner has stopped growing. That's why I make sure to stay open to learning new things, so I can keep my business moving forward. Looking in the mirror. My business serves as an accurate reflection of my abilities. It's like playing a round of golf. Every move I make provides instant feedback. If I'm successful, I can become richer than Tiger Woods. Successful entrepreneurs are some of the wealthiest people in the world. But if I'm not doing well, I won't be invited to join the country club. Nowadays, I'm often given honorary memberships, but a few years ago, I wouldn't have been allowed inside. Putting you back in control. Today, many people feel insecure because they were never taught in school the value of having control over their lives. As an employee, for instance, you usually have very little say in how much you earn, if you get promoted, if you get a raise, when you take vacation, and sometimes even when you can eat lunch. Lack of control can be a source of stress and insecurity, so it's important to learn how to take control and make decisions that are best for you. The passage of ERISA in 1974 resulted in the creation of the 401k and mandated employees in the E-quadrant to take on the role of investors. The challenge faced was a lack of financial literacy among highly educated employees. Due to the limited understanding of financial matters, many employees would invest in traditional assets such as savings accounts, stocks, mutual funds, and bonds. Again, the issue remains unchanged, with employees lacking control over their investments and taxes. The E and S quadrants are often subject to higher tax rates compared to those in the B and I quadrants. This disparity in taxation stems from the control offered by the IRS and the tax code, which favors those who play a crucial role in driving the nation's economic growth and stability. The true BS provide jobs and the true is provide the capital to fund the businesses, infrastructure, exploration, energy, and real estate. Many people feel uncertain about their futures simply because they have very little control over their jobs, their investments, and their taxes. Often I meet people from different countries, and they attempt to tell me that the laws in their country are different. That is not my experience. Through my experience as a business owner in China, Japan, Korea, Canada, Australia, South America, the Middle East, and Europe, I have discovered that tax benefits for the B and I quadrants are widespread in both developed and developing nations. While there may be some variations, the universal principle of those with the power to rule hold the gold prevails globally. One of the reasons so many people feel insecure today is because school never taught them about the importance of control in their lives. Robert Kiyosaki. Learning to take control today. It is now simpler than ever to access the B or I quadrants. Thanks to technological tools, it is much easier to expand and capitalize on one's base of operations around the world. For instance, the computer and the internet make it easier and more cost-effective to become a national or international entrepreneur. For a few $100s, one can purchase a computer and tap into the global markets as a businessperson or investor. The question is, do you have the education, experience, mindset, and core values to be a national or international entrepreneur? How to get the education and experience. Since our schools do not teach a person much about entrepreneurship or investing, the question is, how does a person get the education and experience to be successful in the S, B, or I quadrants? My answer and Donald's answer are very similar. We both recommend going to business school or finding a mentor you can apprentice with. As you already know, he and I both had rich dads who guided us through the developmental process. The power of franchises. If you have more money and are ready to make a bigger commitment, then you may want to look into buying a franchise. Again, if it is a good franchise, the owners of the franchise will focus a lot of time and energy training you to run the business and the business systems. We all know about McDonald's. It is by far one of the most well-known franchise systems in the world. There were many times I thought about buying a McDonald's franchise, not necessarily for the money, but for their training programs. You may have heard of Hamburger University. It is a highly acclaimed business school that trains people for the real world of business. But one of the problems with a McDonald's franchise is the high cost of entry, which is often over $1 million. In conclusion, there are two types of individuals in this world: those who pursue safety and those who seek freedom. As we all understand, safety and freedom are diametrically opposite. This is why those with the greatest security have the fewest freedoms. These people are typically found in maximum security prisons. If you are looking for maximum freedom, I can sincerely advise that the B and I quadrants are where you will find it.